Hello guys, this is Santosh and welcome to Tech Design. So in this video, I'm going to show you how to create different kinds of planes in SolidWorks. So before going to start this video, I'm going to give you some information about a reference geometry. So what do you mean by a reference geometry? So reference geometry is nothing but the points, planes and axes that you are going to create in SolidWorks, and they can be used as a reference to create other feature. Say for example, you have an extrude and you want to mirror it. In that case, you need a reference geometry that is called as a plane. So using that reference plane, you can able to make a mirror. So that is the meaning of reference geometry, guys. So in this video, I'm going to show you 6 different types of creating a planes. So that are coincident, parallel, perpendicular, at angle, mid-plane and offset distance. So these are the most commonly used types of planes in the SolidWorks. So if you know how to create planes using these above 6 methods, you can able to make all the different kinds of models. So without wasting our time, let's get started. So now you can see here, this is a simple model I have created in order to explain you all the different types of planes. So the first one will be coincident. So how we are going to create a coincident? So now you can see here, we can just go to feature and you can see the reference geometry here, and you can just drag, you can click on drop down and you can see the plane here. So once you click on a plane, the plane window will open. You can see here first reference, second reference and third reference. So the first thing is coincident. So always in the coincident, you need to provide a point. So whenever you give a point, so it is going to create a plane using those points. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to select this point. Okay, so once I select this point, you can see immediately the plane has been generated. Suppose if you want to pass this particular plane with another point, so you can just go to second reference and you can select the second point, so that the plane will be passing through that particular point as well. So you can see here the first reference, it is going to be on coincident, and second point is also with coincident. Okay, so it is going to create. Suppose if you want to create one more point in which it has to pass, so in that case you can just provide a one more point. So now what I'm going to do is in the third reference I'm going to give it as this. You can see now our plane is passing through all the 3 points whatever we have given, and they are in coincident. Okay, so this is how we can able to create a coincident plane in SolidWorks. So the next will be on parallel. So how we are going to create a parallel? So now I'll just close it, and now again I'll just go to plane. Okay, so in the parallel, as the name suggests, so it will be parallel to any face or any plane. So in this case, we are always need to provide either a face or a plane as a reference. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to select this face. So this face will be the first reference for us. So once you select this face, you need to give here parallel. So now whatever the feature or whatever the reference that you are going to give in the next references sets, so second reference and third reference, always SolidWorks try to keep parallel to this particular faces. Okay, suppose if you are selecting any invalid entry in the second and third references, it is going to reject. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is, you can see here, this is the face first reference and I have selected only parallel. Okay, so now it is asking for a second reference. So if you want to create a second reference, you can just create, or else the plane will be at this space. So now what I'm going to do is I will just try to give one point where in which location it has to create. Say for example, I'm going to select a point here. So you can see here this point is my second reference and this plane is my first reference. So first reference it will be parallel, and second reference it is going to be coincident. Okay, so similarly, suppose if you want to remove it and give the point in somewhere else, so you can just go to here, delete this, and now I'm going to select this point. Okay, so you can see here this is going to be coincide with this particular point. So this is how you can able to create a parallel datum plane by using 2 references. So the next method is perpendicular. So this perpendicular datum plane works in the same way as how we have created a parallel. So how we can go create it? So you can just go to plane here, and now I'm going to select a, either you can select a plane or you can select a edge. Suppose if the edge is created, it will be perpendicular to that particular edge. So now I'm going to select this face. Okay, and once I select this face, I'm going to give this distance as 0. Okay, and then I will hit perpendicular. So now whatever the second reference you provide, so based on that, SolidWorks is going to create perpendicular to this particular first reference. So you can see here already there is a plane, datum plane, which is created. Suppose if this is your requirement, you can just click, so you can just click OK. But in case if you want to provide another additional reference, so now what you can do is you can just select a point or any curve. Okay, so now I'm going to go to second reference set and I'm going to select this point. So once I select this point, you can see here this point, with this point it will be coincident, and with this particular plane it will be perpendicular. Okay, so it is going to create. Suppose if you want to delete it, you can delete, and suppose if I give this line as a second reference, so it is going to give an error, so it is invalid. So we cannot create with this line and this face with a perpendicular as our priority. Okay, so in that case you just need to delete this. Okay, and then suppose if you want to give any point, so say for example I'm going to give this edge. So in this edge you can able to see here it is going to create a plane perpendicular to this first reference, and it should be coincident with this particular edge. So this is how you can able to create a perpendicular datum plane. So the next method will be at angle. So as the name suggested, it will be with some angle to any plane. Okay, so whenever it comes to an angle, the axis is the main priority. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to give this face. Okay, and I'm going to make it at angle, say. Okay, and then the second reference I'm going to give it as this. Okay, so this reference it is going to take it as, this edge is going to take it as a reference, and from this plane, the first reference, it is going to create a 90-degree plane. Suppose if you want to change it to 30-degree, you can just hit 30-degree and enter. It is going to create a 30-degree. Suppose if you want to make it as some other 270-degree, so you can just enter it here, and it is going to create a datum plane which is a reference to this plane and as well as this second edge, whatever we have selected. This is going to be our second edge. Okay, so this is how you can able to create at angle. So the next method will be on mid plane. I think you're already aware of what is mid plane. Suppose if you are selecting two faces, exactly at the mid of this particular two planes there will be a datum plane created. So how we are going to do it? So you can see here this face I'm going to select, and now I'm going to select this mid plane. Okay, so once I select a mid plane, I need to select a second reference. So this is going to be my second reference. So between these two faces there will be a plane created exactly at the middle of the distance. Okay, so there is a one more way we can create a mid plane. Say for example there is a face here and there is be one more face here. In between these two faces at angle 45-degree, if you want to create a plane, so you don't need to go for angled plane. So what you can do is you can just go to normal plane, and here you can select this. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to keep it as a mid plane, and I'm going to select this particular face. So once you select this, you can see here now it is able to create the particular datum plane between these two faces at an angle of 45-degree. Okay, so now the last method is offset distance. So offset distance is very simple. So you can just go to plane and you can just give a single reference for this. So I'm going to give this reference, and with the offset of say for example 100 mm, so you can just give your 100 mm and it is going to create a particular plane. Suppose if you want to create a multiple plane, so you can just go on increasing the values here. So at every 100 mm distance there will be a plane created. So either you can select a datum plane or you can already select an existing face in order to create an offset distance. So these are the 6 most important types of creating a planes. So there are many other ways we can create a datum planes in different way, on different manner, by giving all the 3 references, but it depends on your situation where you are going to create a plane and how you are going to create a plane. So but these whatever we have discussed, these 6 types will be very important. Hope you understand how you can create a datum planes, guys. If you have any doubts, please comment in the section below. I will try to answer. Thank you, guys.